Do you love the game? To preserve it, you must follow the FIBA Code of Conduct at all times, which means betting on basketball is strictly forbidden. Asking family or friends to bet for you is not allowed either. You must never improperly influence results or incidents within a game, no matter how small, or engage in corrupt conduct by either giving or receiving a bribe. Never share inside information with anyone who could use it for betting. FIBA closely monitors betting markets. It has eyes on any suspicious activity, sending investigators to interview players and gather evidence every time there is a suspicion of match fixing. Remember, as a professional, your behavior matters, especially in the way you treat your teammates, fellow players, staff, and others outside the game. Abuse, whether physical, psychological, or sexual, is strictly prohibited. The way you behave away from the court is equally important. Any action that risks damaging the reputation of the game can be sanctioned by FIBA too. And if you witness an actual or even potential violation, you must report it to FIBA immediately or risk receiving a sanction yourself. You can carry out this duty anonymously using the reporting tool on the FIBA website. The integrity of our sport is at stake, so you have the obligation to cooperate fully with any investigation into a possible infringement. This includes handing over your phone, personal devices, and any financial records requested. Failure to cooperate will result in a suspension. Breaking any of these rules could get you a 100,000 Swiss franc fine and a lifetime ban from the sport. Even attempting to break a rule could land you in trouble. Above all, play with respect, reject corruption, gambling, and all other dangers to the sport, and use basketball to make a better world. This is our game. Play it straight.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. The Only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus Only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
No worries, dahil Only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May Only FB, Only IG, Only Messenger, Only TikTok, Only ML, Only Chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt, doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
My future.
Right? What's a plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Do you love the game? To preserve it, you must follow the FIBA Code of Conduct at all times, which means betting on basketball is strictly forbidden. Asking family or friends to bet for you is not allowed either. You must never improperly influence results or incidents within a game, no matter how small, or engage in corrupt conduct by either giving or receiving a bribe. Never share inside information with anyone who could use it for betting. FIBA closely monitors betting markets. It has eyes on any suspicious activity, sending investigators to interview players and gather evidence every time there is a suspicion of match fixing. Remember, as a professional, your behavior matters, especially in the way you treat your teammates, fellow players, staff, and others outside the game. Abuse, whether physical, psychological, or sexual, is strictly prohibited. The way you behave away from the court is equally important. Any action that risks damaging the reputation of the game can be sanctioned by FIBA too. And if you witness an actual or even potential violation, you must report it to FIBA immediately or risk receiving a sanction yourself. You can carry out this duty anonymously using the reporting tool on the FIBA website. The integrity of our sport is at stake, so you have the obligation to cooperate fully with any investigation into a possible infringement. This includes handing over your phone, personal devices, and any financial records requested. Failure to cooperate will result in a suspension. Breaking any of these rules could get you a 100,000 Swiss franc fine and a lifetime ban from the sport. Even attempting to break a rule could land you in trouble. Above all, play with respect, reject corruption, gambling, and all other dangers to the sport, and use basketball to make a better world. This is our game. Play it straight.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
No worries dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only Chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
And the stage is set for another basketball showdown between two teams, with one team armed with championships while the other wanting to break the walls down for them to create a destiny. Good afternoon, basketball fans. My name is Kiko Malikdem, and with me is Justin Alfonso, and later we'll be talking to Bianca Tagarda as we bring you the matchup between the BENILDE Blazers and the UP Fighting Maroons for today here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup quarterfinals. The top dogs battle, Justin.
Yeah, both of these teams have some top dogs on their squad. Got a lot of players with a lot of experience, and we know their talent, so they're going to battle it out here. For the top dogs will battle here in our second game.
And this is an exciting one, as we all know the capability of both squads, especially UP Fighting Maroons, who are here with their Team 1, and later makakasama natin ang Team 2 din for this Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. As we take a look at the previous game of the UP Fighting Maroons Team 1, they defeated the UST Growling Tigers 86-64. What was the significant factor, Justin, sa pagkapanalo ng UP against UST?
There's two that really glare out to me. First is the assist. They won the assist by 10 assists, and that shows how well they move the ball and how much they trust each other. And the other thing is the three-point percentages.
Wow.
They almost shot 50% from the three-point line. They live and die by that three-point shot. They shot 42 times from the three-point line and made 17. And that was Jerry Abadjano and Terence Fortea really leading the way from that three-point line for their squad against UST.
Definitely something to look forward to. But now let's go to the other side naman, yung BENILDE Blazers. As we take a look at their previous game, their play-in game against the Diliman College Blue Dragons, tinampakan nila 106-66. What was the biggest factor in that big win by the Blazers?
Yes, itong si BENILDE, they played Diliman in the elimination and they were upsetted by Diliman. So coming into this game, they were really motivated to win. So there's two categories for me that really glares. First is the assist, 19-4, same thing as UP. They trust each other. They know that they know each other, they play well with each other, so they know where to find each other. And another thing too that glared out for me is the steals. They wanted that basketball. 17-5 against Diliman. Let's see if they could do the same thing here against UP.
And now, speaking of those matchup, these two teams, sabi natin evenly matchup because of their talent pool. Let's go. Sino ba yung mga player matchup? Sino ba yung mga kailangan nating bantayan? Sino ba yung mga magkikita? The player matchup between two squads as we take a look first at their elimination round. This is the first game, actually, pinakaunang game ng Season 4, wherein UP Team 1 defeated BENILDE Blazers 95-66. Ito pa yung game na, last game na nilaro ni Francis Lopez as an amateur.
Yes, as you can see here, a 29-point lead from UP Fighting Maroons Team 1. The first thing that I want to talk about is the rebounding situation. They almost beat CSB, the BENILDE Blazers, by almost 20 rebounds, 19 rebound difference. So, you know, in this game, if they want to keep it close, if they want to get a win here, BENILDE needs to really secure the rebound for this game.
And we were talking about these two teams being evenly matched up. Puntahan natin yung player matchup. As we take a look, it's a guard and a slot man. It's Harold Alarcon versus Allen Liwag. Alarcon finishing 20.7 rebounds, 6 assists, almost a triple-double in his last game. And while for the Benilde Blazers, si Liwag naman, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks, which leads us to the key players naman ng UP Fighting Maroons going to this game. Sino ba yung mga tutulong para kay Alarcon?
We know how much of a talent Harold Alarcon is, pero tong UP squad, they got some sharpshooters on their team.
Yes.
Speaking of Terence Fortea, Jerry Abadjano, they could really light it up from the three-point line. And one other key player for them is Jalen Stevens. This guy can average a double-double if he really, really wanted to. So let's see how they can get him involved. And for keys to winning naman, alam natin sistema ng UP.
Yes.
If they could just trust that, they could believe in that, and they just keep going to that, executing well, they have a really good position here in this game, and also make Benilde pick their poison. Ang dami nilang weapons. They can go to so many people. So let's see. Like I said, get hot from the three-point line, get Jalen Stevens involved. They're going to be in a really good position.
Now, let's go to the other side, ang Benilde Blazers naman. When we talk about Benilde Blazers, of course, nandiyan si Allen Liwag, and then nandiyan din yung mga kanyang mga partners na sina Jomel Ancheta, si Moel Morales, and Roger Ondoa. But for Benilde to be able to bounce back and redeem themselves against the UP Fighting Maroons, what should they do?
They need to start strong, especially against UP. If UP gets the stronger start, that's going to be hard for them to come back. So if Benilde can have a strong start, guard the three-point line, get some stops in the crucial end game, they might get an upset here.
And right now, let's take it over to our courtside reporter, si Bianca Tagarda, with some news on both sides. Bianca, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Kiko and Justin. And this second match feels like a championship match dahil itong ang Benilde Blazers, well, they're in the momentum of winning each and every game just by trusting each other and also their system. Well, for the UP Fighting Maroons naman, Team 1, sabi ni Coach Goldwyn, kahit sino pa raw ang kalaban nila, they treat every game as a championship, even if Jerry Abadjano will not play for today as he will rest. Kiko and Justin?
Okay, bago ang pakawalan namin, kanina teams ang pinag-uusapan natin, sino naman yung player na tingin mong puputok, magkakaroon ng magandang production in this game?
Well, Kiko and Justin, I'd say it's Allen Liwag, knowing na wala siya nung last game nila. And for this game, gustong-gusto niya talagang makabawi.
Thank you so much, Bianca. Now, ikaw naman, Justin, sino sa tingin mo magkakaroon ng big contribution to their team today?
I'm a really big fan of Terence Fortea.
Oh,
I
yes.
have a new we have a new nickname for him, the gunslinger Terence Fortea. So I think Terence Fortea is going to have a really good game today.
For me naman, since Abadiano will not be playing, I think it's Harold Alarcon who will be firing on all cylinders. So let's see. We have Allen Liwag, then Harold Alarcon and Terence Fortea. Sino sa tingin natin ang magiging top contributor sa kanilang team for this game? Let's turn it over sa venue announcer for the introduction of the starting five.
Good stuff.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here at ENDERUN Gymnasium, Taguig City. And this is the second game for today's ball game and the quarterfinals match between the UP Fighting Maroons going up against the College of St. Benilde Blazers. Live on the official Facebook and YouTube channel, Pinoyliga Cup. This is Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup Season 4. And now let's meet the starters, beginning with the UP Fighting Maroons. Starting at guard, number 20, Ernest Felicilda. The other guard, number 18, Harold Alarcon. Playing at center, Jalen Stevens. At forward, number 27, L.A. Andres. The other forward, number 2, Raylan Torres. The head coach of UP Fighting Maroons is Gilbert Monteverde. And now let's meet the starters for the College of St. Benilde Blazers. Starting at guard, number 10, Nathan Victoria. The other guard, number 9, Joshua Kahukom. Playing at center, number 34, Allen Liwag. At forward, number 4, Jake Gaspay. And the other forward, number 19, S.J. Moore. Our officials, crew chief, Dennis Escaros, umpire 1, John Lasigas, and umpire 2, Romulo Buenavista Jr.
And ladies and gentlemen, the starts for both squads, Felicilda, Alarcon, Stevens, Andres, and Torres for the UP Fighting Maroons Team 1, while for the Benilde Blazers, Victoria, Cajucom, Liwag, Moore, and Gaspay. And the top dogs collide, ladies and gentlemen. Justin, this is something that we should, have our eyes glued on, since this is one hell of a matchup.
We got top college talents, top college systems facing off in our second game, so an exciting matchup.
And then a rebound there by Andres. First basket for the UP Fighting Maroons, courtesy of L.A. Andres. And now they have that first points in the scoreboard. And now Allen Liwag looking for a teammate, and now he's being guarded by Gani Stevens. Victoria has it. Nathan back to Allen. Liwag missing that one. And there is a foul called. And look at Joshua Cajucom's, jumping high for that ball against Gani Stevens. Ako nga, matatakot na ako.
Oh, alam mo kang walang takot to. And, for Benilde, that's gonna be so crucial, your guards fighting for the boards, your guards, gang rebounding against UP. Kasi kung makakuha ng mga second chances ang UP, they get an early break, it's hard to really get them to slow down.
And there is a foul called on L.A. Andres, as Andres fouled Jake Gaspay. So 2-0, 9-10 remaining. Napaka-intense nito, especially right now. A lot of fans from both sides have trooped in this Enderun Gymnasium. So if you're near the area, punta pa kayo, meron pang game na susunod. And look at Gaspay, parang nasa All-Star game no?
Parang Kobe Bryant yung mga ganun na galawan Toe to yourself, and then you get it back, try to finish. But, you can feel the intensity of both teams so far. Parang wala pang 2 minutes yung laro natin. Nararamdaman mo, both of these teams, they're here to win. They're not here to mess around. They're here to win. They're here to prove that they're the better squad. And like we said earlier in the pregame, Allen Liwag didn't play in their first matchup. So that's going to be a really, really big difference here para sa Benilde Blazers.
And right now, SJ Moore giving Benilde Blazer its first point. And of course, Moore, one of the standout, or Gaspay rather, one of the standouts dun sa ICC before transferring to LaSalle system. Kasi it's a tough, and then going to CS or the Benilde Blazers. 2-2 is the score as Gaspay ties the game. Here comes Felicilda. Isa sa mga kilalang din to stand out from NU before. NU system. Kasama dyan sina Kian Baclaan, and of course sina di ba? Sina Jerry Abadiano, the UP system, the NU system before. So right now it's 2-2, 8:46 remaining, and inbound. Reynald gets it to LA. Oh, underneath that is Sean Alter with that basket.
Great ball movement, great player movement early here for UP. Looking inside, that was a great banana cut by Sean Alter and being able to finish early.
And now here comes Benilde Blazers on the offensive. Oh, what a pass! And Cajucom scoring on that one. 4-4 is the score, pero bumawi ng 3 si Alarcon Mintes. And look at that. Grabe ang action dito, talagang takbuhan. You saw Benilde, Nathan Victoria grabbing the ball and passing it kay Gaspay, pero may defense agad no?
Yes, credit to Benilde getting back on defense early like that. Alam nilang tatakbo tong UP So for them to get back and get hands in early, especially in a fast break play like that, that's crucial. And
look at the defense by L.A. Andres, reading perfectly the pass of Allen Liwag. And now the score is 4-7. 54, a miss there by Andres, and ball stays UP's way. 7:50 remaining. And grabe, first team, parang tight na tight yung both teams.
Yes, parang medyo may first quarter nerves pa tong dalawang teams na to, as it's a big game, with UP having the twice to beat advantage. Itong si Benilde, parang yung first game natin, they're gonna want to win. And the one thing that UP doesn't want to do is get relaxed, you know, and you want to play like if this is a winner go home game for you.
As we see Sean Alter making that free throw. Meanwhile, we'll have to check with our courtside reporter Bianca Tagarda who has some news for us. Bianca?
Kiko and Justin, I got to talk to Coach Carlo Tan of the Benilde Blazers, and he shares to me that the funny thing about their play-ins game versus Diliman was that the players were genuinely having fun kahit na wala ang kanilang big men like Sean Umali and Allen Liwag. But for today, both are present, but the energy of the Blazers remain high as they are highly motivated as well to hop into the next round. And I quote, "They are UP for a reason. They beat us in the eliminations, but we're also Benilde for a reason too," says Coach Carlo Tan. But for this match, tignan natin if they can turn the tables around. Kiko and Justin, how has been our first minutes?
Well, first minute, makikita natin, pinag-usapan natin ni Justin na medyo tight. But then let's see if magbe-break wide open tong laro later. And as we take a look at the jumper there by Reynald Torres missing. Pero LA Andres with the board. Pick given by Andres. Here comes Torres. Torres against Gaspay. Torres creates some space. Torres fakes. Jumper no good. Rebound by Liwag. Tumatakbo na ngayon si Victoria. Victoria with the ball. And now Kahukom. Kahukom being guarded by Felicilda. Kahukom. He drives. Gets it to Liwag. Liwag double team. Inside. Liwag with the basket.
Wow, what a great play there coming from Benilde, and Allen Liwag staying patient down low. Hindi siya naratel. He stayed patient. He took one power dribble, maybe one fake or two, went up strong with it. That's what you'd like to see from an experienced big man like Allen Liwag.
And of course, si Liwag gusto niyang bumawi talaga, especially that their team lost in their first time around. And of course, right now, papasok na ngayon si Ancheta replacing Victoria, and he will be the main point guard for the Benilde Blazer. He will be tested as he will be up against Felicilda. 6:33 remaining, 6-all is the score. Andres, he gets it to Felicilda. Oh, a floater, but there's a foul on an Ancheta. Minsan, no, if you're the guard, you play guard, diba? You play the guard position. If there's someone new na pumasok sa court, ataki mo ba agad siya or wala lang?
I think that's a good observation, honestly, Nico. Kasi pag bagong pasok ng player, hindi mo alam kung saan sila mentally eh. Diba? Parang, are they ready to play?
Yes.
Diba? So you're gonna test that. Ready ba to? Alam ba niya ginagawa niya? So good job for Felicilda. Really attacking him right away. Tapos naramdaman na niya, na-beat na niya siya eh. Nasa likod na yung defender niya eh. So, you know, but that's a good observation, honestly. Tatry ko next game.
Pwede, di ba? And now Liwag with the basketball. Moore has it. The high-flying Moore. Oh! Public display of rejection! Not in my house!
Oh my goodness. Great move by SJ Moore. Splitting the defense with a spin move, but LA Andres. Grabe, ready yung bata ng UP.
And now here comes Ancheta, and an offensive foul is called on Jake Gaspay. And this is not good for them. Pero ito, papasok na ang front court partner ni Liwag na si Sean Umali. So tingnan natin.
That's a pro front court for Benilde. You know, Sean Umali, Allen Liwag, that's a pro front court. That's someone that can go and compete against some pros right now.
And then here comes Moore. Moore on the drive. Moore, oh! And there's a foul called on Felicilda. And I was waiting for a highlight reel there.
Wow. SJ Moore's athleticism is none other. Grabe yung... Alam mo yung lumipat, take-off talaga yung take-off niya. Na parang, that's the stuff you see Division I athletes do in the States.
Yes.
That's Division I athleticism. So for him to have that kind of athleticism here in the Philippines, he already has that advantage. So if he could just work a lot more on his game, polish that game up, add some more weapons, SJ Moore can be a really, really big problem here for the NCAA.
Inisip ko nga before because he plays tall. I mean, high above the rim. Kala ko mga 6'4 siya, 6'5.
Yeah.
But then he's around 6'1 lang yata, di ba?
Yeah, but his athleticism makes it seem
Yes.
like he's 6'4", 6'5".
Oh, what a pass. However, read perfectly by the defense. Here comes Ancheta. Oh, Ancheta scoring on that one.
I like that move from Ancheta. Akala ko ilalab niya kay SJ Moore eh. Pero Ancheta, confident, strong move, and great finish.
Yung lob na yun, parang naalala ko before yung kay Ben Embala sa Lasal before.
Ooh, yeah.
Grabe yun eh. Kala ko ganun gagawin. Pero of course, a different animal naman si Ben Embala.
Yeah.
9-7, 5:27 remaining. Torres has it. Binigay ngayon kay Liwag. Liwag drives inside. Block! And Andres showing his defensive skills. Pero ito si Ancheta with a floater. Still no good. Andres with a board. And Andres making his presence felt early on. 9-7, 5:10 remaining. Andres binigay kay Felicilda. Felicilda has the leather. There will be a pick. He decides not to use that. Oh, Felicilda with the basket!
Felicilda putting on the moves. Great way to reject the ice screen there. And he went all the way, not afraid of the defense of Allen Liwag.
And meanwhile, here comes Ancheta. Ancheta. Oh, look at that. Someone is free there. Here comes Sean Umali. Sean drives. Sean gets it. Ancheta. 1 second to go. Oh, there's a foul called on LA Andres. What a shot by Torres na parang hindi natakot despite the shot clock going down.
Yes. And great recognition to see that the shot clock is winding down. You need to get a shot up. And, you know, these first 5 minutes and 27 seconds we have here in this game, a lot of intensity coming from both teams. And one thing that I like, too, is that they're not afraid of the physicality of this game. Both teams are really, really putting it out there physically. And one thing that's really been standing out to me is LA Andres. His defensive presence here in the first quarter. He's blocked almost, you know, if I'm not mistaken, 3 shots already here in this game. And, you know, LA Andres, great energizer bunny here so far for the UP Fighting Maroons.
And right now, Jomel Ancheta, if not mistaken, has already 5 points in the game. As Alter with a basketball. Binigay ngayon kay Njinga. Oh, a 3. No, in and out. Alter with a board in and then one opportunity for Sean Alter.
Wow, Sean Alter's body control there, getting that rebound, landing on 1 foot and being able to go back up with it. That's what you know want to see from a big man like Alter, being able to control his body like that and control the finish, and now he's at the free throw line to earn another one for his squad.
And take a look at this. Sean Alter has scored 6 points out of the 11 points of UP. So he's making a good account of himself in this game already. Make that 7 points for Sean. 12-all is the score, 4:07 remaining. First quarter, Cometa pumasok na dito sa game. Torres, low post kay Sean. Sean, jumper, and there's a foul called on Sean Alter. 3:53 remaining.
One thing I'd like to see Sean Umali do in this game is really, you know, impose himself in the post. You know, get the bigs of UP tired.
Yes.
If he can do that, that's going to give Benilde such an advantage. If you get Sean Alter tied, you get Jalen Stevens tied, or you even get them in foul trouble, that's going to be huge para dito sa Benilde Blazers, and that's going to open up things not only in the inside but also the outside here for the green shirts.
As we take a look at Sean O'Malley, 2 for 2. It helps the cause of Sean to be really good in the free throw shooting, no? Lalo na big man, lagi ka mafa-foul dyan.
Yes, especially if he's going to be playing physical throughout this whole game.
And now here comes Sean Alter. Oh, a 3-point shot. Boom! From Terence Fortea.
And that's a guy you don't want to leave open, and that's a guy you don't want to get hot if you're Benilde. He can shoot the lights out of any gym he plays in.
And si Alarcon hindi pa nag-iinit dito, ha?
Yes.
So that's a big problem that's something to consider para sa Benilde. But let's see. They're down by 1. Tumira ng 3. Mintis. Rebound ni Reynald. Torres with the leather right now, crossing the timeline. Fortea. Naagawan siya ng bola. Torres with the ball. Torres layup and scores! First 2 points for Torres. As Sean Alter is down. He's holding on to his chest, or probably the neck part. So let's see. I hope he's okay, but he's walking back to his bench, but decides not to go back. 16-15, 2:53 remaining. Both teams are in the penalty. Goes to show how intense this game.
The physicality of both of these teams. They're not afraid of the contact, you know. And one thing I like there by Sean O'Malley, I think Sean O'Malley was the one that made physical contact with Sean Alter, but he was the first one to go check on Sean Alter. So that's a good, you know, thing to do for Sean O'Malley. You know, we like his game, we like his future. He's played in the semi-pro ranks, you know, as an SGL, so he has some experience under his belt.
As Torres scores again. Back-to-back basket for Torres. And Jinga, no good. Rebound ni Umali. And now, here comes Torres once again. Oh, inside. Shot, Mintis for number 72. That's Gab Cometa. And now, here comes Reynan Torres. Torres loses the handle. Here comes Sean. Binigay kay Cometa. Morales didn't take that shot. Apologizes to his bench. And now here comes Torres. Torres thinking 3, takes the 3. Mintis. And now the ball is with Fortea. Wants to slow down. He's up against Torres. Fortea. No good. Rebound by Morales. Tumatakbo na ngayon si Cometa. Cometa against Stan. Oh, his pass to number 35. That is Rafi Celis. And look at this. Cometa challenging the low post. Oh! Wow. And that's the second time na nabigyan ng uppercut yung LGR na board natin.
Airtime daw, airtime.
Oh, yes. And timeout is called, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup.
My future.
Right? What's a plan? I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
And back to the ball game, Kiko Maligdem along with Justin Alfonso and Bia Catagarda. We bring you this matchup. The top dogs came out to play right now. 18-15, Benilde Blazers on top by 3. And we were saying, Justin, off-cam, no? Parang wow, grabe, first quarter pa lang. Parang 4 quarters na yun nilalaro.
Oh, nakakalimutan ko na nag-a-analyst pala ako ngayon kasi napapanood na lang ako sa laban kasi ang ganda ng laban. As in, like, you know, as a basketball fanatic, as a basketball junkie, this is the type of games that you want to be watching live. So if you're near here, you better come. There's only a few seats left, kaya punta na kayo.
Oo, meron pa mamaya. Ang gandang laban, NU versus UP Team 2. And then UST and JRU. Oh! Fortea, 3-point shot, second 3 for the young man.
Yeah, like I said earlier, when he hit his first shot, You don't want to give Terence Fortea the confidence like if he can make any shot he takes. And it's starting to become like that, so Benilde needs to watch out.
Oh, what a pass and what a pick given by Njinga to Harold Alarcon. That is very important because it gets Alarcon's feet wet already.
Yes, and Alarcon plays well off 2 feet as well. As we saw there, he was able to jump stop, play off 2 feet, and have a right hands finish. So good things here for Alarcon.
Oh, Celis launches a 3. My goodness there.
And let's see here if Benilde can start shooting well from the 3-point line. Yan yung one of the keys to the game here para sa kanila. If they can shoot the 3 well, that's going to keep them in the game.
Yes, definitely, because it will open things up for their big man.
Yes, especially Alan Liwag, Sean O'Malley. Really good big men there. So let's see if they can get that going.
Torres, he drives. No good. A former ICC standout. Pero ito si Alarcon. They got the numbers. Pero nakababa na agad si Torres. 5 seconds. Last play of the first quarter. Alarcon fade away. Boom! What a shot there! Harold Alarcon with a buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter.
What a shot there. You know how hard a fadeaway like that is with a hand in your face? Wow.
Grave. As the officials confirm, it's confirmed 22-21 as we take a look at the first quarter highlights here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup.
No worries, dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only Chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 22-21, a 1-point lead for UP Fighting Maroons Team 1 after that buzzer beating shot by Harold Alarcon. And if you're Coach Goldwyn, you want the ball at the hands of your key player.
Yes, when it comes to games like this where both teams are pretty much evenly matched with systems, with talent, it's going to come down to your big-time players. What decisions are they going to make? What shots are they going to make? And when are they going to make those shots? So let's see how we will do moving forward, as this game is only a 1-point game. Make it to a lead here for Benilde.
Yes, as Gab Cometa hitting that 3-point shot there. It's 24-22 in favor of the Benilde Blazers. And in a matter of 30 seconds, nakuha nila ulit yung kalamangan. Di ba?
Yes. Ito yung mga games na hindi natin keep track yung lead changes eh. Kasi, you can see both of these teams can heat up. And we know basketball is a game of runs. So, makikita natin kung which team can sustain runs of the opposing team.
And look at this. Oh, Harold Alarcon. Eh, sinasabi natin, he got his feet wet.
Yes.
Dire-diretso na.
Tapos another lead change na naman para sa atin.
Oo nga, no? Look at that, si Morales, double team, binigay kay Liwag. Parang hindi ko pa nakikitang pinapahinga si Liwag today.
Yes.
So this one development also, kasi iba rin yung si Liwag, no? Baka maubos ang hangin to later.
Yeah.
25-24. Torres tumakbo! Layup, it's good!
Wow, that's what you want to see from the guards of UP. And, if you're Benilde, alam mong tatakbo yung UP pag may chance sila eh. So, you need to make sure your safety, your top guards on the offensive end can run back right away on defense.
And Cell is missing on that one. 27-24, 3 puntos ng Kalaman. Oh! No! A miss there!
A rare sight there for Terence Fortea.
And there is a foul. And you gotta love the sportsmanship of both squads.
Yes.
Na si Tan bumagsak na pero tinulungan pa rin ng players ng Benilde. So 27-24, 8:18 remaining. And I'm checking at the bench ng Benilde. Parang konti players eh. No? I'm not used to seeing konti lang yung players ng Benilde.
Yes, especially on the college level, especially in times like this, off-season, quote-unquote preseason. That's when all of the players are at the bench because they're trying to see who can work, who can be in the game, what rotations can work for us. So here, with Benilde not having as much players as they usually do, this will give opportunities for those that are here, you know.
Oh, yes.
So let's see if they can take advantage of the opportunity.
Oh, what a move there by Liwag, pero great defense by Sean Alter. So tingnan natin, Ancheta. No, miss. Rebound ni Morales. Morales couldn't make the full use of that backboard. 27-24. 7:43 remaining, pero ito si Alarcon. Parang dire-diretso na eh, no? 8 straight points for Alarcon. Parang ganun eh, no?
You know, you can see here Alarcon between the legs, in and out, crossover, right hand scoop is good. Parang ginawang cones yung defender niya doon eh. Alam mo yung mga walk-up, yung mga mag-walk up ka sa cone sa corner, tapos gagawin, okay, make 2 moves. Parang ganun lang yung ginawa ni Harold din.
Oh, nga, grabe. Ibang level si Harold Alarcon for this season. He really prepared it. And right now, let's listen to our courtside reporter na si Bianca Tagarda. Bianca, what's up?
Kiko and Justin, turns out that the Maroon 5 moniker given to 5 fighting Maroons, namely Harold Alarcon, Jerry Abadjano, Terence Fortea, Raylan Torres, and Janjan Felisilda, are made by the fans, but the actual Maroon 5 embraced it. In fact, I got to talk to Jerry Abadjano at sabi nga niya, it just feels so good to be part of the Maroon 5. Last playing year na naming 5, but we're happy that we spent it together. Not to mention that Coach Goldwyn Monteverde have also been with them since high school, but one of the longest I see Jerry Abadjano na half of his life ay kasama niya na raw si Coach Goldwyn. But Kiko and Justin, how helpful ba itong decade-long or even more than a decade-long na connection ng Maroon 5 na ito this first half?
And of course, thank you so much, Bianca. And of course, itong sinasabi nila how important is yung decade relationship ng Maroon 5. It's very important, di ba? Kasi hindi ka na mahirapan sa chemistry.
Yes.
Alam mo na yung ugali ng tao. Do you have a teammate na masasabi mong ang tagal mo nang kasama?
Ngayon, I have a teammate that I've been with for, I think, 3 seasons na in the MPBL. And, you know how to, parang alam mo kung paano sila kausapin para makuha nila yung kumpiyansa nila.
And
yes. For these guys to be together for 10 years, you know the ins and outs of your teammates. Alam mo yung life story nila, alam mo yung nagpapasaya sa kanila, alam mo kung ano yung nagpapalungkot sa kanila. You know everything about those guys. So for them to be together, that's going to translate on the court. You know what spots they like. You know how they like to catch the basketball. Kung tumitira sila with the seams, or okay lang sa kanila kahit wala yung seams sa kamay nila. So things like that make a difference as Harold Alarcon is on fire right now.
Harold Alarcon, 11 points already.
So yeah, the Maroon 5, they know each other really well, and that's only going to translate on the court for those guys.
So let's see. Siyempre, this is their last season. Along with si Coach Goldwyn, syempre na-jump pa. Pero tignan natin yung last season with Coach Goldwyn, sabi nga nila. Kasi mag-aano na sila, di ba? Magpo-pro.
Yeah.
Uy, there is a traveling.
And speaking of pros, we have got some guys here that played already at the semi-pro level, or SGL yung tawag nila.
Yes,
special guest license.
Si
Sean Umali naglaro na sa PSL, si Allen Liwag naglaro na dun sa Dubai International Championships for the SGA squad that represented the Philippines that had NBA players on them.
Yeah.
So, college basketball here in the Philippines has really grown into something that we want to see Philippine basketball grow into. And it's translating here as we can see the talent level of these players.
Oh, LA Andres. No good. Nakuha ni Liwag. Liwag on the run. Binigay. Oh, stop up. Takes a shot. 3. Boom! Number 18, Ernest Taha with that 3.
Great confidence there from Taha and Allen Liwag. Knowing how to create for his defenders, he drove, kicked out to an open three-pointer.
And now low post by Andres, binigay ngayon kay Torres. Torres, pick given by Alter. Torres using his speed pero naagaw ni Liwag. And this is quite something na si Liwag yung panakaagaw. But then, look at that. And some friendly gestures.
Yeah. Competition right there at its
Yes.
finest. That's all it is. These players want to win. These players have something to prove. And they're going to go in and play basketball. And when you play basketball, it's a contact sport. Talagang matatamaan at matatamaan ka. Pero as long as it's, with good intention, you're fighting for the basketball, you're trying to get the possession, that's all good. And, with a game like this, that's intense, high-level basketball, physicality, and it's a close game, and it's, a playoff game. One of these teams are fighting for another game. So, talaga yun yung may expect natin sa mga larong ganito.
Oh. Pero have you been, like what I've been saying, you've been a player sa mga pros. Have you encountered mga ganyan, friendly gesture?
Of course, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas. Iba yung friendly gestures dito. Medyo masakit eh. Diba?
Ito, tumira na naman ng 3. Boom! Taha with that 3-point shot!
That's 2 3-pointers there from Daha already. So, if you're UP, you got to mark that down. He's on fire. He can hit the shot. You make sure you jab at that first before, you look inside and defend it.
Here comes Torres. Traveling on Reynald Torres. As we take a look at that 3. Sobrang important yung 3 points ni Dahan no?
Yeah.
Kasi they're falling down because of that explosion by Harold Alarcon, and now that 3-pointer was a breath of fresh air para sa BENILDE.
Tama. And in basketball, when your opposing team gets on a run, this basketball game is going to be about runs. It's all about how you can, sustain yourself when the other team is on a run. How are you going to respond? Are you going to break down, or are you just going to keep playing next play mentality? And that's what BENILDE's been doing. Harold Alarcon went on a run by himself. They were down almost 8 points. Now they're only down 2. So it's all about maintaining composure throughout the game of runs here.
Oh. And now here comes Felicilda. Naku, ito yung nakakatakot eh. Pag nakatakbo si Felicilda ng ganun, but Alarcon misses that one. They have another crack at that possession. Alarcon, binigay kay Felicilda. Felicilda, Njinga. Felicilda has it. 5 seconds. Pick given by Alter. Oh, Felicilda! Oh, no! Miss! Rebound by Njinga. Another possession for the UP Fighting Maroons. Here comes Alarcon. He drives. No!
Wow, all I have to say is I love watching basketball. This is some good basketball being played by both of these teams. Felicilda's played there, driving all the way into the basket, kicking out to Alarcon. That's good basketball.
Yes. Unfortunately, hindi nga lang talaga pumasok. But then, and of course, look at the coaches. Try to calm down, Sean Umali.
Wow, this feels like an in-season basketball game. Like parang nag-collide ang NCAA tsaka UAAP tapos naglaro tong dalawang to. Ganun yung feeling ngayon sa gym na to.
It's grabe. I wonder, we'll have to check on the the online. We would like to say thank you to everyone watching in the Facebook page of the Pinoyliga Cup YouTube channel, and also in Smart Sports Facebook Facebook page, and of course in www.pusop.com. You can watch the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. Napaka-exciting ang game na ito. And of course, thank you to everyone watching all over the globe. Napaka-intense ng laban early on as we take a look at the fans watching here. So if you have time, punta pa kayo. There are only few seats remaining here in ENDERUN Gymnasium. And this is just the second game. We have to protect our voice.
Yes. Parang gusto ko na yung all out dito sa larong to eh. Ang ganda ng laban natin.
No? Parang dapat ito yung no?
Ganda ng laban. You know, we see a lot of people watching here in the gym. And I just want to have a quick shout out real quick sa mga nanonood. Yarge Alabanza, teammate ko sa Val City Magic. Shout out sa'yo. Nag-message siya sa akin, nanonood raw siya. So, shout out sa'yo, Yarge Alabanza.
Yes, sir. It's 3:34 remaining. Grabing laban ito, no? Parang ikaw na yung mapapagod on behalf of the players. Here we go, inbound by UP. Oh, ayan na naman si Alarcon, but nagmintis na. Daha with the board. Tumatakbo ngayon, Torres. He has a leather. Umali, binigay kay Da. Talagang binabantayan na nila si Da. Balik kay Da for the three! Hit check, no good. Rebound by Alter. Tumatakbo ngayon si Alter. Look at Torres. Pero ito naman, si Liwag, he gets it to Daha. Oh, yes, sir!
I like the connection between Liwag and Daha so far. That's already the second assist of Liwag to Daha specifically. First was the three-pointer, now for that, layup. So Liwag has been creating well here for his teammates.
And Alarcon scoring on that one. Prior to that, it was an 8-0 Daha run.
Yeah.
Prior to that basket by Harold Alarcon, and Alarcon also making a run all by himself. And Alarcon has 13 points. Unofficial count, 13 points. Harold Alarcon, my goodness. And timeout is called. We'll be back here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
And ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to say thank you or acknowledge our official venue partner, ENDERUN Colleges, official outfitter LGR, official ticketing partner Ticket to Me. Also saying hello to the sponsors, Pinoyliga.com, Buffalo Wings and Things, Smart Communications, Amli Hotel Manila, and the Serious Player Only. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the second quarter, 36-33, a 2-point lead for the UP Fighting Maroons as Benilde has that possession right now. Daha has the hot hand, so tingnan natin. Liwag being guarded by Alarcon. He likes the matchup but decides to pass it. And there is a foul called. And that is on number 10, Terence Fortea.
UP seems to have switched their defense into a 2-3 or you could say a 2-1-2 zone defense kasi si Alter medyo nasa gitna siya ng court. So let's see how Benilde can answer here with that adjustment.
And rebound won by Njinga. And let's see as there is a foul called on Torres as he fouled Melicor. So tingnan natin. And there are some new players being deployed by both teams. So nakita nga natin ngayon this time si Melicor being deployed by Coach Goldwyn. And now Melicor will do the inbound. Binigay kay Njingha. Oh, Melicor! Boom!
Wow! Bagong pasok yan. So siya, ready to play.
Yes, ready to play. Celis. Kay Torres. Liwag. Inside. Balik kay Celis. 12 seconds to shoot. Umali. Spin move. Oh, short on that one. Liwag. And there is a foul.
This is going to be a good offensive tactic here against a 2-3 zone, having Umali and Liwag in the game. They said they could put it in the high post, what they did with Umali, and dump it down to Liwag if anything.
Oh, yes.
Pero si Umali medyo na short lang sa tira, so nagmukhang pasa kay Liwag.
Buti na lang si Liwag has the presence of mind to look up.
Yes, exactly. So they could go to that. Against a 2-3 zone, they could go to a high-low play like that and have Liwag really, do some work down low.
So tingnan natin. Their outside shot should fall kasi kailangan nila yan to free up their big man. Big given. Celis binigay kay Umali. No good. Rebound ni Alarcon. Melicor will do the quarterbacking for the team. Alarcon. Boom!
Wow. Alarcon has no hesitation when he gets any kind of space.
Yes.
He just shoots it with pure confidence and it's bottom of the net.
And right now, it's a 9-point lead. Five seconds. Boom! Torres with a 3. Sumasabay ang laro dun sa ulan. Patak ng ulan. Pumapatak din ang tres dito.
Great job by Benilde, staying composed even though Harold Alarcon is on fire.
Harold Alarcon!
Wow, that man is showing why he's going to be one of the top candidates for MVP.
Boom! Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Ernest Da hits that 3-point shot. It's raining threes here in Enderun Colleges, and that is the Smart Sports 3-point shot play. My goodness.
Wow.
Harold Alarcon and Ernest Daha hitting one 3-pointer after another with 34 seconds remaining. 6-point lead. But of course, if you are Benilde, ayaw mo yung ganon.
Yeah.
Na makikipagpalitan ka because you're the one trying to chase UP.
Yeah, you don't want to play cat and mouse against a team like UP. That's the wrong team to go fire by fire with. Kasi ang dami nilang pwedeng tumira and really hit that shot. You have Harold Alarcon, you got Terence Fortea. You got too many weapons there that you want to go fire by fire with. So if you're Benilde, you want to slow down Harold Alarcon. Let somebody else beat you.
Yes.
If you can say Terence Fortea beat you, okay, you can kind of live with that. But if you have one guy beat you, just Harold Alarcon, that's going to be such a big disadvantage. So if you're Benilde, your focus is get the ball outside of Harold Alarcon's hands.
Mukhang nakakatotoo yung sinasabi ko Alarcon ang nabubutok ngayon.
Oo, tama.
Pero kanina si Fortea, di ba?
Siya yung first 2 3-pointers para kay UP in the beginning. So, if you're Benilde, you wanna force the drive na lang. Force them to drive the basket. When you close out hard, close up high so they don't have the shot. Force them to drive, force them to make decisions. Pero pag nagda-drive sila, pwede silang mag-kick out. So make sure your help is always ready to go.
It's a 6-point lead with 34 seconds remaining. Grabe ang action. It's just like it's already the fourth quarter pero ang tindi ng laban that we are seeing. And Jingha binalik kay Alarcon. Oh, that is Fortea! That is Fortea! It's 3-point shot!
My goodness gracious.
And we were just talking about Fortea and Alarcon.
Wow, that's his third 3-pointer and what a shot by Dennis Fortea.
Tingnan natin. Celis bumitaw ng 3. Short on that one. Rebound. Alarcon has it. 1 second. Tumira.
Wow.
What a game we are seeing right now. It's 48-39. As we take a look at the second quarter highlights here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup, the UP Fighting Maroons holding a 7-point lead over, or rather a 9-point lead over the Benilde Blazers, 48-39. We'll be back for the halftime stats.
Do you love the game? To preserve it, you must follow the FIBA Code of Conduct at all times, which means betting on basketball is strictly forbidden. Asking family or friends to bet for you is not allowed either. You must never improperly influence results or incidents within a game, no matter how small, or engage in corrupt conduct by either giving or receiving a bribe. Never share inside information with anyone who could use it for betting. FIBA closely monitors betting markets. It has eyes on any suspicious activity, sending investigators to interview players and gather evidence every time there is a suspicion of match fixing. Remember, as a professional, your behavior matters, especially in the way you treat your teammates, fellow players, staff, and others outside the game. Abuse, whether physical, psychological, or sexual, is strictly prohibited. The way you behave away from the court is equally important. Any action that risks damaging the reputation of the game can be sanctioned by FIBA too. And if you witness an actual or even potential violation, you must report it to FIBA immediately or risk receiving a sanction yourself. You can carry out this duty anonymously using the reporting tool on the FIBA website. The integrity of our sport is at stake, so you have the obligation to cooperate fully with any investigation into a possible infringement. This includes handing over your phone, personal devices, and any financial records requested. Failure to cooperate will result in a suspension. Breaking any of these rules could get you a 100,000 Swiss franc fine and a lifetime ban from the sport. Even attempting to break a rule could land you in trouble. Above all, play with respect, reject corruption, gambling, and all other dangers to the sport, and use basketball to make a better world. This is our game. Play it straight.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
No worries, dahil only ang saya will TNT Saya All. May only FB, only IG, only Messenger, only TikTok, only ML, only Chikahan, plus data for all apps and sites. Sulit talaga, kaya lipat at load na sa TNT.
We started ang family business talaga namin. Talaga sari-sari store ang negosyo namin. So sa sari-sari store namin, same building, meron kaming on the side na dress shop. Yan ang sabi ni Mama. Dress shop, hindi pa to sports. I mean, nagagawa lang kami, nagre-repair lang kami ng mga damit. From there, may pumunta sa kanyang friend or client na nagpagawa ng parang how many pieces of t-shirts. So from there, yung makina niya, kaya naman gawin yung shirt. doon na nag-start yung paggawa niya ng uniforms. Kung paano yung sinimulan ni Mama, siguro yun pa rin naman yung nararamdaman namin. Pero in a different perspective na. Talagang pag nanood ngayon tayo ng TV, when we watch yung different sports, kunyari nanood tayo ng basketball, makikita natin yung PBA. Pag nanood tayo ng volleyball, makikita natin yung LGR. Iba na yung pakiramdam na yung brand is overall, nakikita na lahat.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Mga kaliga, I'm here. Mga kaliga, I'm here with our halftime interview guest. That is Coach Christian Luanzon from the UP Fighting Maroons, one of the assistant coaches of the UP Fighting Maroons. Now, good afternoon po sa inyo, Coach Chris. And thank you po for joining me in this halftime interview. At isa lang naman po yung tanong ko po sa inyo, ano po ba yung ang disadvantage of having a twice to beat advantage, especially for this game?
Ang hirap na tanong yan ah. Well, actually, yung mindset siguro, no? Kasi minsan, these are basically, students, no? So, minsan having the wrong mindset, no? Of relaxing, for example, dahil alam nila, at the back of their heads, maybe that if we lose this game, may isang laro pa, no? So, that's why ni-remind namin yun before the game, that if we could, play hard and at the same time control yung mga things na kailangan namin control, then obviously the chances of yung outcome na gusto namin mas maganda mangyayari. So it's really more of the mindset, I would say, yung disadvantage of relaxing.
Thank you so much po for that wonderful answer, Coach Chris. Talagang mind games po itong mangyayari this quarterfinals. Pero mga kaliga, ayan na muna for now. Let's go back to the panel.
Right, maraming salamat, Coach Christian and Bianca. Don't worry, Bianca. Best player pa rin talaga si Christian Luanzon dati.
Yes.
When he was playing in UST, yeah, grave. He was a best player back then. Magaling talaga si Coach Christian. And now for UP Fighting Maroons, they are up 48-39. Let's take a look at the halftime stats. Field goals, I believe these are 2-point field goals, 9 out of 20. And then 6 out of 18 for the ST.BENILDE. 8 out of 17 from the 3-point shot line. Marami dito kay Harold Alarcon. And dito naman sa Blazers, marami dito kay Ernest Daha. And then free throw, 6 out of 7. What a good shooting for UP. 9 of 11 also for Benilde Blazers. Nagkakatalo sila sa rebounds, 24-14. And then sa assists, Benilde has the advantage, 8-7, and also in the turnovers. Let's take a look at the halftime leaders in points. As ang leaders in points from that, I'm guessing it's Harold Alarcon. And of course, lumalabas ngayon Harold Alarcon with 22 points. And then si Ernest with 11. So tama yung count natin, 22 points already. Oh my goodness. That's a player matchup. Talaga magugulat ka, Justin. What can you say about that?
I had no idea you already had 22 points. I mean, that's it was kind of a loud 22 points in that last half of that second quarter. But wow, he's on pace to have a 40-point game.
Yes, if he continues that shooting.
Wow, that just shows the MVP caliber Harold Alarcon has. And, you know, like we said earlier at the end of that second quarter, was that Benilde needs to get that basketball out of Harold Alarcon's hands. Have everybody else beat you if they're going to beat you. And for Benilde here, going into this second half, I would expect them to blitz hard anytime Harold Alarcon gets that basketball and uses a screen. And if he's playing off ball, I wouldn't help if I'm defending Harold Alarcon if I was Benilde.
And of course, speaking of Alarcon, he has hit most of his points. He has hit 5 2-point shots, and then guess 4 3-point shots.
Wow. Yeah.
Then the other 3-point shot naman, yung tatlo, galing kay Terence Fortea.
Yes, those two, you could call them the Splash Bros for this game. Because, you know, Terence Fortea, siya rin isang, you know, really, really good 3-point shooter for UP. So, you know, UP starting to really have Benilde just say, alam nyo, Benilde, pick your poison na lang. Sino gusto nyo pa-shootin? Ako o si Harold?
Oo, si Harold. Mamimili ka na lang talaga.
Yes. So, if you're Benilde, you know, you would want somebody else to beat you, you know, close out hard, make them drive. That's going to be, if I was Benilde, that would be my defensive game plan. Run them off the 3-point line. Make them make tough shots and make them make tough decisions going down here on the second half.
And here we go, third quarter, 8-point lead, 47-39. A 3-point shot by Alarcon, hindi, pero nakuha ni Njinga. Still no good. Parang mahirap yata yun na they're trying to shoot from the outside agad.
Yes. First two attempts here in the second half were already 3-pointers, both from the sharpshooters of UP. So, you know, if you're Benilde, you closed out hard on both shots. I think what happened that pick and roll with Harold Alarcon, Alan Liwag ended up switching, which is, you know, I think Alan Liwag has the athletic capabilities to keep up with the Harold Alarcon. So that might be something they might be doing moving forward, is switching on ball screens. So let's see what would Benilde do.
So let's see. Here comes Liwag. Liwag hasn't been able to actually play his game inside the shaded lane. He's actually being forced to shoot, which is not his strong point.
Right.
So tingnan natin as Gaspay was whistled for his third personal foul. Tingnan natin kung ano ang gagawin ngayon as Gaspay is trying to plead his case to his coaching staff. Sabi wag muna daw siya palabasin.
Right. I think there was some extra motion there from that play. I think that's what the referees will be reviewing in this possession. And like we said earlier, you know, there's a lot of physicality that's going to be played, especially in a game like this. So let's see what exactly happened in that play.
Yes, and of course, kaninang second quarter, halos hindi matapos yung pagka-boom-boom-boom namin ni Justin kasi sunod-sunod ang 3-point shot. And right now, we're checking, we're hoping na tuloy-tuloy pa rin. But there's a holding foul there. The holding foul, yeah. It's a holding foul called on Gaspay. So Gaspay goes back to the bench as Morales will check back in. Of course, the coaching staff would like to to actually save Gaspay para sa crucial stretch.
Yes.
Tingnan natin, 47-39. Here comes Enjinga. Naghanap ng papasa, binigay kay Alarcon. Oh, here comes Gany Stevens. Oh, Gany Stevens has been the forgotten man here dahil sa explosion ni Fortea and Alarcon. And right now, it's a perfect opportunity for him to make some noise this second half.
Yes, I like that play call made by UP. Alam nila yung Benilde medyo nag-focus na kay Alarcon and kay Fortea. So what happened there, they skipped it to the corner, and then as Alarcon uses the screen of Stevens, they kick it to Alarcon at the top. The defense shifted to the top, let Stevens get inside to an open look, and Alarcon with a beautiful read, dumping it down to Jaden Stevens there.
9:01 remaining. Oy, batiin pala natin ang isa sa mga anchors and analysts natin, si Nico Arsiaga, watching the game right now. Sabi, papa-shoutout daw siya. He's watching the game. So, Nico, good afternoon, brother. And now, here comes Liwag. Liwag, binigay ngayon. Oh, he's having problem with the leather. They have to make the move. Liwag drives. Liwag. Oh, he's being forced to do those hard shots there.
Yes, great defense by UP, having Alan Liwag really make really tough shots there. And as you can see, it was well contested by Stevens, and a great defensive possession there for UP.
48-39. Oh, what a pass inside. And Morales has no choice but to foul Gany Stevens. Ang lapad ni Stevens, no? When dumikit siya kay Morales, kitang-kita yung lapad, no?
Yes, and I like the hard dive there by Stevens, knowing that they're blitzing Alarcon, so that's going to get him open as long as he cuts hard.
Alarcon missing on that one. Ball will go to Benilde Blazers as they are trying to do some catch-up. They are down here, ladies and gentlemen.
Medyo lumalamig na tong UP ngayon. So if I'm Benilde, I'm going to try and take advantage of these next few possessions with UP not getting any momentum on the offensive end so far.
Here comes SJ. Ooh! Munti ka na lahat. Everything but a basket for SJ.
Yes.
Oh, Fortea! Boom! Terence Fortea!
Wow, fourth three-pointer for Terence Fortea. Grabe yung kumpiyansa, no?
Woo! Napapa-speechless tayo, no? And nagkaroon ng mga sinasabi natin friendly gesture si Fortea and Morales underneath.
Yeah, konting lambingan lang naman.
Yes. Parang yan, magjowa. Diba?
Yeah, minsan, ganun talaga.
And ladies and gentlemen, the officials will go to the review center to check on that one. Of course, as we take a look at the thing or that incident involving Morales and Fortea. Meanwhile, while the officials are checking on it, we'll listen to our courtside reporter na si Bianca Tagarda with some news. Yes, Bianca.
Mga kaliga, if you're an avid watcher of this Collegiate Cup, I'm sure na susubaybayan ninyo kung gaano kakwela itong Benilde Blazers in every player of the game interview na talagang may pakulo sila. Kanina nga tinanong ko sila sa dugout at sabi nila, buo po kasi kami para na kaming magkakapatid. Nag-aaway-away pero nagbabate. Apart from basketball, this siblings-like relationship of the Blazers is even given depth through their common interest of playing mobile games such as Mobile Legends. Dahil daw sa larong iyon, mas napapractice din daw nila ang kanilang chemistry and connection on each other. Pero tingnan natin if we will be able to see another kwelang post-game interview from the Blazers if they can seal this game with a win. Kiko and Justin?
Alright, thank you so much. Kayo ba, Justin, sa team nyo? Nagmo-mobile Legends pa ba kayo?
yung iba kong teammates meron na nag-ML pa sila So, it's a good way to bond, I guess.
Yes. Oo, kasi parang nawala na. Ang huling play ko niyan, Clash of Clans.
Oh, hanggang ngayon naglalaro pa kami ng COC eh.
COC. Old school eh, no?
Oo.
Nakalimutan ko na yun. Tapos, basta, nalimutan ko na. Oh, a 3-point shot. And then Cometa with the board. Gab, bring down the leather. Looking for a teammate. Binigay kay Morales. SJ, back to Cometa. 15 seconds in the shot clock. SJ launches a 3. No good. And I like the defense that UP is doing kay Liwag.
Yes.
Oh no. And Jingha. Oh, he missed that one. Let's go back to discussion nung kay defense. Liwag is having a hard time to do his thing inside the shaded lane. Parang talagang kahit gusto niyang gawin, napipilitan siya to do those unorthodox shots, yung mga shots na hindi siya sanay.
Yes, credit to the big men of UP. They're really making it hard on Alan Liwag. They're really physical with him. They're making Alan Liwag fight for that position early. And pag-catch pa lang ni Liwag sa post, talagang they're just here. They're not reaching in. They're not trying to tap the ball. They're just fighting with their own strength. And that's what you like to see from the big men of UP.
So it will be interesting to see kung ilang points na si Liwag so far. Because from what we know, si Da ang pumutok kaninang first half. So let's see. Cometa gets to SJ. SJ drives. Ooh, I love the elevation of this young man. As in talagang pag nakuha na niya yung momentum, ang hirap ng pigilan, no?
Yeah, he's like a bunny. Ang bilis niyang makaano sa floor. As you can see here, he drives and he goes up against, a much taller defender. And one thing I'd like SJ Moore to really develop in his game is his outside shooting.
Yeah.
Pag maging deadly shooter tong si SJ Moore, he's going to have a bright future in basketball because he has the athleticism of a true pro. Like, he has the ability to maybe make it overseas if he can really get that three-point shot to be deadly. Kasi yung athleticism niya, pang world import eh. Alam mo yun, ganun yung athleticism niya. So if he could really get that three-point shot to be one of his weapons, he has a bright future in this game.
Meanwhile, si Njinga nagpakitang gilas. Njinga with that shot, 53-41, 12-point lead na for UP Fighting Maroons Team 1. Here comes Liwag. Liwag gets it to Morales. Morales short on that one. Tumatakbo ngayon si Harold. UP on the run. UP with an end-run opportunity.
Wow, Harold Alarcon is a force to be reckoned with. Look at this jab, pound, dribble to the opposite side. He goes up strong. That's one of the best misdirection moves in this game, is that pound step to the opposite side, and then you gather, and then you go up strong. Talagang kung ikaw yung dumidepensa, hindi mo na alam kung anong gagawin mo. Bakit nag-pound siya pa opposite side, di dun ka pupunta. It's a beautiful move there by Harold Alarcon.
Yes, Harold Alarcon scoring on that one, 55-41, as the officials are trying to review that play. And of course, the Benilde coaching staff is asking why does it need to have a review all the time when if it's a basketball play, they're pleading their case to the officials. So tingnan natin. Meanwhile, all things are going well for UP.
Oh wow.
Unsportsmanlike foul.
I wonder what exactly the officials saw for it to be called an unsportsmanlike foul. And,
Of course, they have a better angle on that one. Sa atin kasi, from what we are seating, from where we are seating, yun lang nakikita natin.
Yeah.
But of course, the officials have better angle or better camera angles. And wow, 56-41, 5:52 remaining. Let's see.
This game is already up to a 15-point lead. Like we said earlier in the first half, if you're Benilde, you don't want the lead to really blow up right here. And, you know, they need to get a stop and get a basket, and everything should be good.
And look at that. They're still getting those offensive boards. Fortea. Boom!
Wow. Wow.
Well, all of the points of Fortea have come from the three-point zone. That is his 5th three-pointer.
Wow. Grabe kumpiyansa ni Terence Fortea. It's like he gets a little bit of daylight, and when he shoots it, parang nasa isip niya, papasok yan eh. Yun parati yung mentality niya.
Gaspay. Oy, first shot. Oh, Fortea again. No good this time. Kaukom on the run. Oh! And there is a foul called.
Wow, what a game. You know, you see Benilde, yes, they might be down by 18 points right now.
But, I mean, the score doesn't show what is really happening inside the court.
Yes, full effort, but in tong Benilde, they're not playing here like if they know they're down 18. They're playing like, we got to get back into this game. We got to get some stops. We got to get some baskets. And it's still a long game. There's still a quarter and a half left to go. So a lot of things can still happen.
59-41. $4.55. Take a look at this. A lot of things have happened, and we are just in the middle of the third quarter.
Yeah. I think Benilde here needs to get some stops on the defensive end. I think offensively it will come for them, but defensively they need to really make things tough for UP.
And now here it comes. Oh, Walter's turn. No good. Rebound by Torres. Torres has it. Binigay kay Gaspay. 17 seconds to shoot. Torres. Boom! And Benilde needed that one.
Yes, and ang kailangan nilang mangyari there. Get a basket. Now they need to get a stop. It's important to really not foul in this possession and really get an honest stop.
Oh no.
Goodness. Oh my goodness.
6 3-pointer? Is that, am I?
Yes, 6
am I counting it right?
18 points already for Terence Fortea. Grabe.
Oh my goodness. You know, good thing that even though I'm not good in math, nabibilang ko pa rin yung mga 3 points.
Parang hirap naman no na nilabas na ng UP si Haron Alarcon. Pero may Terence Fortea pa na parang ganun lang din yung effect niya sa laro. Pero itong si Terence Fortea, credit to him, kudos to this young kid. Every shot that he attempts, it's like his mentality is that shot's gonna go in. Like he just has that, I'm gonna shoot it. I have some space, I'm going to shoot it, and it's just been paying off for him.
62-46. 13 seconds. Gaspay. He has it. He drives. Oh, a turnover. Here comes Fortea. He fixed the pass. No good. Miss. Pero guess who got that one? Relan Torres.
UP is not letting off that gas pedal. They're going to keep going here. They have all momentums. Benilde, let's see if they could get a shot
Oh, yes. Torres. One Torres deserves another Torres. Look at that. Torres would love to answer back but missed on that one. Oh, look at Torres. Oh! Oh, my goodness. Grabe yung Torres na yan, man. Ian Torres.
Man, what great recognition to really adjust that layup into a scoop right-hand, inner-hand layup against Sean Alter.
Yes, of all people, Sean Alter na ang laki ng katawan niya.
Grabe. Ganda. And you can see, you know, Ian Torres of Benilde, siyang naging mamatay sunog ng heat that UP has brought into this third quarter. He's keeping his team in this game as he tried to get it off the front rim. and get it back.
But of course, si Benilde, of course, the Benilde team wanted, if they do have a photocopy here, they would want to duplicate the Ian Torres so that they could come back here. They're down still by 13. They need more efforts, just like what Torres is doing. Oh no, here comes Alarcon. Alarcon drives. Oh, what a steal there by Kahukom. Kahukom on the run. But UP is too quick on the D. Let's see. Allen. Oh, he lost that one. What a steal there by Melicor.
Wow, Alan Liwag here is heated, not getting that call, but you know, Alan Liwag needs to control that basketball a little bit more as he's trying to go, and we get he's frustrated, but he needs to stay composed here.
Torres gets it to Celis, and now Gaspay has it. Gaspay fakes, and there is a foul called. 64-51.
Man, this game, I love this game right now. You know, both of these teams competing at a very, very high level. You know, Benilde, nothing on the offensive end isn't going as well as UP, and that's why UP is up by 13 right now. But Benilde on the defensive end, you know, the only reason why they're down 13 is because UP's just been on fire. They're hitting ridiculous shots. Terence Fortea is making tough shots. Harold Alarcon is putting on a show. So, you know, if you're Benilde, you just have to stay close. Keep it close. Keep it to 9 to 8. If they could go into the fourth quarter only down by 9 points, 8 points, they're in a good spot.
Yes, I agree with that. Take note, Harold Alarcon has just scored 2 points in this third quarter. It is Terence Fortea who has scored 9 already. Oh my goodness. Melicor gets it to Njingha. And you can see Harold moving in the corner. L.A. Andres. Torres has it. Wants a clear out. He will test the defense of Ondoa. No good. Here comes Roger. Ondoa with the leather. Gets it to Torres. 18 seconds to shoot. And there is a foul called on Andres.
If you're Alan Liwag there, that's good positioning. But Roger Ondoa needs to be able to make that entry pass. Kasi si Liwag, nandito na yung kamay niya. Pag nakuha niya, and he just goes straight up. So Roger Ondoa needs to, next time that Alan Liwag gets that kind of position, he needs to try to get that entry pass in. And if Alan Liwag can finish, that's going to do a lot to his confidence because he's been having a frustrating game.
And Ondoa missing on that one. Minsan ang pagkakapaligtad ko sila ni SJ Moore. Si Ondoa. Because both are high flyers.
Yes.
I've seen Ondoa play and he can really stuff that ball inside the rim if he wanted to. 64-52. 12 puntos ang kalamangan. Ondoa still no good. Liwag is there finally.
And that's what Alan Liwag needed here as he finally got something to go his way. Alam natin yung talent ng batang to. He has a bright future in basketball. So let's see if that possession there can give Alan Liwag some momentum going into the fourth quarter, as now they're only down by 10 points.
Tignan natin, and your target is around 9 or 8, di ba? Pero kung mapababa pa yan, much better.
Much better para dito sa Benilde. So let's see if Benilde can get it down, you know, to even, if they can get it down to one possession, they're in a good spot, and a foul has been called here as it will go UP.
.146 remaining.
I think what Benilde can do here is not get frustrated by the calls. You know, in their opinion, in any basketball situation, alam mo naman pag, you know, natatawagan ka ng mga fouls, iisipin mo, na-feel mo na parang they're against you. But, you know, usually the case, the refs are just doing their job. But if you're Benilde and you feel like things aren't going your way, you can't let the officiating or your frustration with the officiating carry on to the game. You have to stay focused on what is at hand here. What can you control? Control what you can control. Stick to the game plan and see what can happen.
11-point lead for the UP Fighting Maroons. Make that 12, still a lot of time. Here comes Torres, he drives. Ondoa, binigay kay Gaspay. Gaspay, oh, a great defense. Oh, that was too high. Pero Liwag was there but could not make the basket. You can see the frustration sa Benilde side.
Yeah, you know, you could get it. You know, you're having a frustrating game. It's a very physical game, but if you're Benilde, you have to stay composed. Don't let the calls of the referees dictate your energy and dictate your intensity. Because at the end of the day, you can't control whatever the refs or UP is going to do, but you can control your reaction towards those things. So if I'm Benilde, just keep playing the game. You know, you're back in this ball game. It's only a 12-point lead. You've shown the capability to stay in this game. So you just have to stay locked in, stay focused, and chip away at this lead little by little.
66-54, 1 minute 21 seconds remaining. Felicilda missing that one. The UP Fighting Maroons team 1 versus the Benilde Blazers. There's a UP Fighting Maroons team 2 going up against NU after this one. Torres drives and there's a foul called. 66-54, 109 remaining as both teams are in the penalty, meaning that Ian Torres will go to the line for the two freebies. Meanwhile, Ernest Da has been in the bench for a long time and he was the fire starter for Benilde during the second quarter.
Let's see if Ernest Daha can bring that same kind of intensity and momentum on the offensive end for Benilde, as you know, he can hit the three, he could go inside and work inside as well. So let's see, itong Allen Liwag and Ernest Daha combination, that's what worked in the third quarter. So let's see if they can make that kind of magic happen here in the third.
And Ian Torres makes the second one, 66-56. Within the zone or within the target, ang sinasabi mo, Justin, regarding this Benilde, if they want to make it a game in the fourth quarter. But Harold Alarcon has been on fire just like that. Harold Alarcon, my goodness,
wow.
26 big points, 4 in this third quarter. Torres, binigay kay Daha, balik kay Torres, launches a 3. No good, rebound by Njinga. And now the ball is with Alarcon. Harold, he's up against Celis. Wants a clear out. Harold drives, layup.
Wow, that kid's athleticism is something else. He went to go challenge Sean O'Malley, and he was floating in the air like.
Just like that. We gotta see that replay. Ito, nag-drive. Oh.
Wow.
He was looking for a foul. And then take 2. Let's see, 6 seconds. Harold, 3 or 2-pointer, miss, rebound by Liwag, 11 seconds, probably the final play. Liwag gets it to O'Malley. O'Malley from the parking lot, no good. And rebound by Harold Alarcon. And ladies and gentlemen, after 30 minutes of basketball action, the score is 68-56, a 12-point lead by the UP Fighting Maroons Team 1 as we take a look at the third quarter highlights here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. We'll be back for the fourth and final period. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. We are live here in ENDERUN Colleges for this matchup, the quarterfinals, with UP fighting Maroons Team 1 holding a twice-to-beat advantage over the BENILDE Blazers. I'm Kiko Malikdem along with Justin Alfonso, and with us is Bianca Tagarda bringing the news from the sidelines later. And boy, what a game that we are seeing right now for the UP fighting Maroons, as Harold Alarcon leading the charge with 26 markers, including 22 in the first half. And then, of course, Terence Fortea with 6 3-pointers. And now they have the possession, 68-56. Harold has it. He's being guarded by Daha. A drive, a 3-point shot. No good. Rebound by Liwag.
Great ball movement there from UP, and as we can see, they're still in that 2-3 zone that's been working for them as BENILDE fails to score on it as Liwag gets it to go.
What a pass there by Torres. It's down to 10, 9:16 remaining. Torres, may hawak ng bola, binigay kay Gani Stevens. Stevens gets it to Harold. Harold, back to Torres. Torres will test the defense of Daha. Torres takes a jumper, no good. Rebound by Ernest. Ernest with the leather. He gets it to Torres. Torres, may hawak ng bola ngayon. He drives. Oh, what a pass. Same play. And this time, there was a foul called, most likely on Gani Stevens, as Liwag will go to the line for 2 freebies as we take a look at the quarter scores. It has been a UP fighting Maroons show. They took all the quarters. That's why they're leading in this game. It's only in the first quarter na medyo close.
Yes.
22-21. But then the second and third quarter, 25-18 in the second quarter and 21-17 in the third quarter. That's why at the end of 30 minutes, it was 68-56 advantage for the UP fighting Maroons.
Yes.
Team 1.
Crucial next few possessions here for BENILDE as UP has been, slowing a bit down here as the timeouts have been called. 9-point game with 8 minutes and 48 seconds left to go. Let's see if BENILDE can come back from this.
And timeout is called by the UP fighting Maroons. We'll be back here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. Be Unli with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus Unli Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
And ladies and gentlemen, we can be seen live. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We can be seen live through www.pusop.com, the Smart Sports Facebook page, and the Pinoyliga Cup's Facebook and YouTube channel. Pinoyliga Cup is a proud member of the SBP. 8:48 remaining, 68:59. If you are BENILDE, if you were BENILDE, how would you do, or what would be your game plan or strategy in the next 8:40 remaining?
I think the biggest focus would be the defensive end. Don't let Harold Alarcon beat you, and don't let Terence Fortea get any more confidence from the three-point line. And on the offensive end, take your time. You got 8 minutes and 27 seconds left to go. You have to stay patient, and you have to be smart about your decisions and take care of the basketball.
And now here comes Allen. Liwag has the advantage. Oh, and one. And the reigning MVP of the NCAA is now working. 68-61.
A great play call there from BENILDE, knowing that UP is in a 2-3 zone. What's going to work is that high-low. You're going to bring Gani Stevens out if Sean O'Malley is on top, and then allow Alan Liwag to have that space to work, and which happened, as Liwag went through that banana cut, si Raylan Torres yung nag-switch, Alan Liwag got the size advantage, he was able to draw the foul, and he was able to get an N1 opportunity.
Now, let's see, Liwag, did not make that free throw. 68-61, 8:08 remaining. Here comes Torres, Raylan. Inside to Gani, no good. And a chance for Benilde to inch closer. 68-61. Torres, he drives. For the three, no good. Ball is with Umali. And that is the second time na hinalikan nila ang flooring ni Torres.
And that's what you like to see from Benilde. They went again to that high-low, having Sean Umali outside. And look at Alan Liwag get that position. That's something Benilde needs to keep going to until UP adjusts to it. So let's see if they can go to that same play and get Liwag a touch.
And now here comes Liwag. He drives. What a move by Alan Liwag.
And Alan Liwag starting to make his presence known in this game. Something that Benilde needs to keep going to until UP stops it. So they need to just get a stop here.
68-63, just a 5-point lead. LA Andres with a fake. And there is a 3-second violation there. And now let's hear it from our courtside reporter, Bianca Tagarda, with some news from the sidelines. Bianca.
Kiko and Justin, kung ano nga ang isa sa mga nagpapalakas sa isa ay siyang nakaka-apekto sa iba. And this goes for both the UP Fighting Maroons and the Benilde Blazers, considering the wild crowd that we have right now in this Enderun gym. For the Fighting Maroons, nasanay na sa mga ganitong atmosphere and level of intensity. Their fan community is what hypes them up. Pero para sa mga Blazers, sabi nga ni Coach Carlo Tan during the huddle, and I quote, "If we want to win this game, we have to overcome them. They're just noises." Which is why apart from the pressure-packed and action-filled ball game that they're facing, ay dagdag pa itong overwhelming crowd that they hopefully wish to overcome. Kiko and Justin, how do you stay focused on the game?
How do you stay focused? I guess you're the best person, Justin, to say that, to answer that.
I just feel like you have to focus on the game. You need to be as present as you can on the court. Know where your 2 feet is at. Be in the present moment, and you should be able to focus and stay in the game. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Just when we thought that Benilde Blazer is inching closer, UP through Terence Fortea hit another 3, and now another 3-point opportunity, this time for Gani Stevens, as UP is on top by 10, 6-10 remaining. We'll be back here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry. Think only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Kiko Maligdam along with Justin Alfonso and Bianca Tagarda. Is this the final 6:10 remaining in the fourth quarter?
We never know. I mean,
yes. We've seen a lot of things happen in basketball. So let's see. Oh, what a great rebound there by LA Andres.
oh my.
Oh, no. No, miss there. But Gani with a board. Harold gets a pick from Stevens. Harold drives. No! Gani with a board! Oh, yes! Now, we will be seeing more of that in the coming UAAP season.
Yes.
I'm sure of it.
Grabe yung trust ng UP kay Harold Alarcon. They're letting him make the decisions down the stretch here, and he's been making some really good decisions.
Ancheta, no good. And now, Benilde is slowly but surely unraveling as UP is on top by 12 points.
Wow.
Boom! Felicilda with the 3-point shot.
Wow, UP, the way they know each other just shows. Yung chemistry nila, they know where to find each other, they know where to be. And UP just keeps on building on his lead.
And meanwhile, on the other end, Ian Torres scoring with a layup down to 13. They were just down by 4 or 5 points. And then UP started to make a run again. L.A. Andres gets it to Felicilda. Felicilda. Oh no, here comes Fortea. 4 seconds. Fortea, no good. Gusto yata ni Fortea sa labas eh. Malayo.
Yeah, dapat malayo.
Kailangan malayo, hindi daw sa malapit. 4:18 remaining, 7-8-65. Allen Liwag against L.A. Andres. Liwag. He drives. Oh, a turnover there.
Wow, and if you're Benilde and you're trying to come back in this game, those turnovers are going to cost you a lot. Because you want to be able to score.
As we take a look at the LGR rebound of the game, and that was Gani Stevens. Pag sinasabi nila yan, ang galing-galing mo. Galing-galing mo. Biglang mabilis eh. 4:07 remaining, 78-65. UP will have the ball. Oh, almost a steal by Celis. Felicilda, or rather Fortea has it. Gets it back to Torres. Torres, 5 seconds against Celis. Torres, 3. Boom! Raylan Torres with that 3-point shot.
What a move. Between the legs, hesitation, three-pointer. Wow, that's a big-time shot.
81-65. .335 remaining. So we take a look at that 3-point shot. Ni Raylan Torres. So let's see as Ancheta will go to the line for the freebies.
The lead here for UP has really ballooned. Itong UP talaga, when they catch fire, and it's going to be really hard to try to calm that down.
Oh, a miss by Ancheta.
And one thing we talked about, how Benilde can try and come back in this game, was to defend the three-point line. And that's something that they haven't really done in this fourth quarter. Si Terence Fortea, si Raylan Torres, and ito naman si Harold Alarcon. He's been able to get to the rim at will. So the defensive, execution of Benilde really has gotten them, down this much.
3:30 remaining. Harold with the basketball, 16 seconds there. Wisely using the clock, but no. According to Torres, he wants to add his share to the pie.
UP just keeps on going, keeps shooting the lights out of this gym right now.
84-66. A long 3. Sumagot na si Ian Torres.
And you would think, Ian Torres, I don't know why he hasn't really been that aggressive so far in the first quarter, because he's been one of the only offensive weapons that Benilde has really gone to here in this game.
And now here comes Harold. Drives pass. No good. Rebound by Umali. Tumatakbo ngayon si Ancheta. He gets it all the way for Torres. And like what you said, Torres has been the very effective or the most effective player in this second half.
Let's see if they can keep it going here. If they can get a stop here, then get a quick basket, anything can happen.
Move there by Torres. Torres. No good. Rebound by Ian Torres.
There's the stop. They just need a basket here.
This important possession for the Benilde Blazers. Umali gets it to Ancheta. 11 seconds. Torres has it. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound by Raylan Torres. Yung dalawang Torres nagpapalitan. Smart 5G. The last 2 minutes is brought to you by Smart 5G. And there is a foul, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, this game, you know, for Benilde, some of the things that happened, breaks of the game, really had UP get a lot of momentum, and UP to be that aggressive, looking for their shots, creating for others. And, you know, the lights-out shooting of Harold Alarcon and Terence Fortea really had a big impact on this game.
So, tingnan natin, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, inside. Sean Alter. My goodness.
Inside and out. Talaga itong UP. Walang, there's no weakness when it comes to this team.
Sabi na, chink in the armor.
Yeah, they don't have one.
Yes. 10 seconds. Oh, a tap there.
Wow. What a game.
86-71. Again, the score does not tell the whole story of what we have seen in the game. A 3-point shot. No good. And now SJ with the board. And there's a foul called, ladies and gentlemen, on Felicilda.
I think, you know, if something just went Benilde's way, they could have been in this game.
Yes, and of course, that assist of the game is brought to you by PusoP.com. Ancheta to Torres.
Yeah, going back to that point, I think if Benilde was able to hit more three-pointers, was a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end and a little bit more composed, I think they could have stuck in this game because kitang-kita natin ang daming opportunities that they could have kept it close.
Yes. At saka parang ano, yung when they were down, parang naging tight na sila eh.
Yeah. Yeah. There was moments where you saw like, okay, it's down to a 4-point lead. It's down to a 3-point lead. And, you know, those moments, Benilde just needed to get that stop. But for some reason, UP just knows when to start the fire. And they always do. And now they're up by 13.
I thought Harold will still add on to that total. Pero hindi pumasok, 35 seconds remaining. Here comes Ancheta. There's a foul called on Alarcon.
And kudos to Benilde. They never stopped playing. You know, no matter what the lead was, no matter how big the lead got, they kept playing. They kept playing like if they were going to come back in this game. And there were moments that they did. Especially nung si Aleniwa got back-to-back touches down low when they did that high-low play with Sean Umali. Yung moment na yun, nakala ko, okay, ito na yun. Baka ito na yung moment ng Benilde makakuha ng lamang. But, you know, kudos to them. They never stopped playing hard. They played hard all throughout the whole game. Just UP was just on fire this game.
86-73, 13-point lead. UP is just seconds away from entering the semifinals.
And the first twice-to-beat team to move on here today. Benilde put on a great effort there. Defensively, they were very physical. Offensively, they were high octane. But today, it was just UP that was a better team.
Definitely, as it was a 13-point lead. Final score 86-73. You know, we almost ran out of words to describe the play of Alarcon and also uh, Fortea.
Right.
So right now we will give the floor to our team as we will listen to the school hymn of the victorious UP squad.
Our best player of the game with 27 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for number 18, Harold Alarcon.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. After 40 minutes of basketball action, the final score is 86-73. UP Fighting Maroons Team 1 enters the semifinals here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup. At makakasama natin ngayon si Coach Christian Luanzon. So, Coach Christian, congratulations, a big
Thank you.
victory. What happened during the course of the game? You were in control, pero humabol yung Benilde.
Right.
Ano yung naging diskarte nyo? Ano yung sinabi nyo sa mga boys nyo to keep them going for the basket?
Well, first of all, itong Benilde, no, alam naman natin na especially for the past few years, they've always been contenders, no, in the NC. So this is not an easy team to play. They always play hard. And nung stretch na yun, no, yun nga, sabi mo nga medyo dumikit ang laban. We felt that the lack of execution, may mga lapses kami defensively. It's a good thing that the players, as always reminded by Coach Gold, that basketball is a game of mistakes. What's important is that nandun yung adjustment, nandun yung tamang response. And nung huli, nakita natin na nag-respond ng mabuti yung mga bata, especially how we finished the game.
Yes. Justin?
Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank
But
you.
one thing that I want to know about is Harold Alarcon. Can you take me through, what he does in practice before and after, the habits? Because he keeps on showing how he's one of the best young players here in the country.
Well, Harold is just the ultimate pro. What I mean by that is he's really serious with his craft. It boils down, not only with his work ethic of, getting extra shots, yung pangangatawan niya, very particular siya even, for example, sa mga kinakain niya. Sukat lahat yan, measured lahat yan. Wow. And it just goes to show that he knows na, especially in his final year, this team will have places to go, as long as with him leading the charge along yung mga ibang veterans namin. And today, obviously, we miss si Cap Jerry Abadjano. But what's important with Harold is that in his last year, he would continue to grow as a basketball player.
Yes, Coach. May tanong lang kami, no? Bakit parang napakakalmado ni Coach Goldwyn? Tapos kayo yung mga assistants yung talagang parang intense na intense. Si Coach Goldwyn parang sobrang tahimik.
Well, playing under Coach Gold, almost 30 years ago, 25, 30 years ago, si Gold talaga, sa games, to your point, sa kanya kasi, he lets the players play. So, sa practices, dun siya madiin eh. So, he believes that kaya may ensayo, dun dapat dumiin ang player para pagdating ng laro, lalaro na lang sila instinctively. So, he always believes that this is a player's game. Now, obviously, yung sistema namin and everything would fall into that. But at the same time, yung mga players, how, yung chemistry nila sa court on both ends, yung communication nila, working on a string, things like that would always matter. But more importantly, yung diskarte nila sa loob ng laro.
Coach, the floor is yours. Baka meron kayong gustong pabatiin for your supporters sa UP.
Yeah, binabati ko ang aking asawa at mga anak, laging nanonood yan, si Marie, Noah, Nico, and si Penny. And syempre, yung andaying support ng UP community. Literal, whether umuulan or mainit, nagsimula tayo nung summer, nandito sila, back-to-back pa yung mga laro, which means nandito sila ng mga at least 4 to 5 hours depending on the length of the game. Pero kita naman natin yung support nila. It never wavers, never changes. So maraming salamat. We always appreciate that.
All right, and that is Coach Christian Luanzon for the UP Fighting Maroons. Puntahan naman natin si Bianca Tagarda with our best player of the game.
Mga kaliga, I'm here with our best player of the game from the UP Fighting Maroons Team 1. That is Harold Alarcon. Now, Harold, congratulations for this win and for being the player of the game once again. Now, pansin ko lang, all of your 3-point shots are almost perfect, pasok na pasok. So, how were you able to prepare for this ball game?
Siguro nag-prepare lang kami sa training namin. Sa tulong ng Better Basketball, tinutulungan kami parang i-sharpen pa yung mga shots namin sa practice.
And every time ba na nasa kamay mo yung bola, ano or sino yung nasa isip mo?
Basketball, syempre. Wala naman ibang iisipin.
And lastly, may gusto ko bang batiin or pasalamatan?
Binabati ko lang yung mga mga family ko sa province, tsaka yung family ko, tsaka yung family ng girlfriend ko, pati sa girlfriend ko.
Thank you so much, Harold Alarcon. Now that's all for Best Player of the Game interview. Now let's go back to the panel.
Right, thank you so much, Bianca. And like what we said, congratulations to Coach Goldwyn, Coach Christian, and the rest of the UP Fighting Maroons, especially to our best player of the ball game, si Harold Alarcon, for producing well in this game. And of course, final score, 86-73. And up next, ladies and gentlemen, is the UP Fighting Maroons Team 2, going up against the NU Bulldogs here in the Pinoyliga Collegiate Cup.